What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to Grim. I figured it's been a while since we've met an extreme cheapskate on this channel, so who better than today's lady? Keep watching because she has something off about her that makes her a very special cheapskate, but you will see what I mean in just a moment. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
My mother's a cheapskate and her mother were a cheapskate, so I'm 3 generations of cheapskate.
That's right, you heard that correctly. This is a family tradition at this point. Her mom and her grandma are both out here doing weird things to save money, so I guess for her it's just a way of living. I guess I can't really relate because my family doesn't really have a tradition. Like, I guess my family helps build airplanes sometimes, you know, there's a lot of like big aerospace manufacturing around where I live, but I mean, maybe that's why I'm so lost on what to do with my life at this point. But oh well, let's not get existential in the first 30 seconds of this video, Grim. Let's see more from this woman and see why she's different than the other cheapskates that we have met on this channel so far.
My family's been dumpster diving for generations. It's basically in my DNA at this point.
My name's Angel Durr, and I am literally the biggest cheapskate in Texas.
That's right, this cheapskate is pregnant, which I have very mixed feelings about, but I mean, we will get into that later in this video. Not about her being pregnant, but about her being pregnant and still doing what she does. What I love is how she talks about cheapskate things and dumpster diving like it's this craft that has ran through her family lineage all the way back to the Stone Age or something. Like, apparently her family has been eating food from the garbage since then, so that's something that she just has to flex to the cameras. I don't know, it just kind of reminds me of when you hear rich people talking about their family and how they have this legacy in like oil or shoemaking or something. Like, step aside Frederick von Nike III. I don't care about your family history, all right? I want to learn more about these dumpster people and their legacy.
See dumpster diving as like a sport. I don't see it that way. I just see it as something I have to do in order to get what I want for the price that I'm willing to pay, which is nothing.
So that's her stance on dumpster diving. It's not a sport to her, but you know darn well if it was, that she is like an all-star quarterback in her own eyes. She probably has this stuff down since, you know, she knows how it all works and was raised doing this as a child. I guess this is better than her just outright stealing things, since apparently in her eyes, she wants to not pay for anything ever. If that worked, nobody would have a job, alright? I don't think that's a good outlook to have. Society would probably fall apart, but I appreciate the sentiment, and I guess she isn't out here stealing things brand new, and instead is just trying to yoink things that other people were just going to dispose of anyways.
But I found that if you come late in the evening, that's when cops tend to want to come around. So I try to do it in the middle of the day when people are working and stuff like that.
Wow, okay. There's a big tip for any of you guys going out and dumpster diving yourselves. Look, I do not condone that, nor would I recommend it. Let's just watch the people on TLC do it, in my opinion. But apparently it's easier to do it while people are working during the day, because it is kind of sketch to just be hanging around dumpsters at night. You're just asking to be arrested for loitering or trespassing at that point, bro.
I research all medications before I take them, and I've been doing this a very long time. Don't try this at home.
If you have to warn viewers not to try it at home, I don't know, maybe you should not be doing it yourself, lady. Remember how I said I was conflicted about this woman? Yeah, it's because she's pregnant and still out here dumpster diving around town and only takes medication for her baby that she finds in the dumpster. First of all, how often is prenatal medicine even left in the trash for her to find? And 2, why is she so willy-nilly about this pregnancy? Like, babies are very difficult to nurture and raise, especially in the womb. So for her to risk it and just play medicine roulette with whatever she can find in the dumpster, you know, is pretty foolish. And it kind of shows to me that she must not care for her baby all that much. Or maybe she's just insane, and I guess there's tons of people out there that do weird things for their kids, thinking that it's the way to do it, and it's better than the medicinal way that people have been doing because it works. But I'm not gonna get into that, alright? Basically, I think she's pretty dumb for doing this.
A lot of times they put expiration dates on things way earlier than they need to just to sell more products. Bingo!
Alright, while that is true and I kind of agree, and they also do it so that they're more covered for lawsuits if something does go wrong after the expiration date and someone consumes that product, that doesn't mean you should be out here taking expired medicine and vitamins for your child. Like, come on, lady. How is this not a no-brainer for you? People, please, if you do have kids, do your best to take care of them. Like, I have no idea what this woman's situation is, so maybe she has to do it, but I mean, it sounds like she does this all by choice. And I don't think TLC is out here just interviewing homeless people for this show to exploit them. This show is about people that don't have to do these things, but still do them out of the necessity of saving money.
Angel is always excited to find like medicine in the dumpster. They're so hard to find and they're so expensive.
I guess she probably is saving a ton on random medicines if she ever needs them, assuming she doesn't have health insurance, but still, that's so sketch, dude. Plus, I feel if a cop rolled around the corner right now and found this random pregnant woman in the dumpster with a pocket full of random pill bottles, she would probably get arrested and hauled off to jail real quick.
I cannot believe that Angel dumpster dives for meds.
No, that's not even safe. That's way too extreme for me.
See, even her so-called dumpster diving expert mom is like, nah, she should not be doing that. So if your mom who raised you in the ways of being a cheapskate is telling you to not do it, why would you continue to do it? You gotta be frugal and smart. I get that, all right? That's your shtick. But still, this is seriously putting your kid in harm's way for almost no reason. Just get some normal meds for your baby, please, lady.
The most important thing right now is for us to get a breast pump, but I'm not about to pay for it because it can cost $200.
So you're just gonna get a pump out of the trash instead of spending $200, which I get, not everyone has access to that, but like save up, all right? Set that aside from a couple paychecks if you need. I don't get how you could be comfortable getting a breast pump out of the trash and using it. No matter how much you clean it, that always has just been sitting by some random garbage and old food at some point, and that image would just be in my head like, oh, I'm really having a tough time with this lady.
If somebody else could build it, I could build it. So why not make it myself? Yeah, I was thinking about using the air pump that we got. And some type of hose.
So I guess since they can't find a pump in the trash, her boyfriend is just gonna somehow MacGyver this thing together with an air pump and some type of hose. Yeah, sounds very planned out to me. Oh, this should definitely work out, right guys? He really sounds like me off an edible trying to create a new munchie meal out of the random food I have in my pantry. Like this man is really just reaching for this idea right now, all right? But I really hope it comes to fruition.
I feel pretty comfortable being a guinea pig for Orlando's breast pump because I trust him and I know that he's not going to do anything to hurt me.
Watch, she says that and this dude accidentally makes the most powerful pump of all time and accidentally just rips her whole boob off or something. That would be insane, bruh. If you're having to even question whether or not it's safe, I gotta say again, buy a dang pump, all right? Heck, you could even find a used one from OfferUp or something. I feel like that's pretty gross to me still, but I mean, at least it's not been used and sitting in the garbage too, you feel me? Bruh, they drove to the junkyard so that they can find components to make their own pump. This is like they're playing the trash version of Fortnite Save the World. You know, that whole part of the game when they're like digging through trash piles to find metal fragments and stuff. Like that game is so garbage, I never even tried to get past 30 minutes of playtime on it, so I could be wrong, but that's really what this feels like right now. I wish they would just give me their Venmo and I'd send them some money to help get a pump at this point. Like, I really don't want this lady to get hurt when her boyfriend makes an insanely powerful pump on accident. Hey, you guys made it pretty far in this video, so real quick, I'm gonna ask you to drop a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell in the next 5 seconds. And if you can do all of that, you will win your very own luxurious dinner. Side note, the ingredients were sourced by this woman in our video, so as long as you're good with eating dumpster food, you better enjoy. Bon appetit, right? Anyways, back into the rest of the video.
When I saw those two, I gave myself a chuckle because I have no idea what they're gonna end up doing with that stuff, but I wish them the best of luck.
Even the junkyard manager is just on the side like, yep, they look like a couple of morons to me, but you know what? They're giving me business, so as long as I'm not liable for him accidentally ripping off an appendage of her body with that makeshift pump he's making, you know what? I'm fine with it. I wish him the best of luck. Like, absolutely everyone in the world is doubting them right now at this point, and that's for good reason. They're going way too hard for this pump right now. Just buy one. I don't know what it is about these two, but I honestly kind of at this point wish that they had their own spin-off TV show. Like, imagine that, you guys. Half of it is her diving through dumpsters trying to find random cool things for her and the baby, and then the other part of it is just them trying to make everything that they need for this baby. Imagine this dude trying to make a crib out of junkyard parts. Like, that would be so fire to watch. This guy better be good at engineering because I am really doubting his ability at this point to pull this off. And I mean, every time they show him at the drawing board or sitting in front of these pieces trying to, you know, put it together, he just looks totally lost.
I'm gonna use the air pump, basically a bicycle pump.
So apparently he's using a bike pump and some plastic tubing to make this. I want to know, is he just gonna have to sit by her and stand on this thing and pump it every time she needs milk for the baby? Oh, so many questions, man. I swear, they're making things so much harder for themselves right now. And it's not like they're struggling either. Like, they have a house and it looks kind of nice. So I mean, I don't get why they can't just fork up a couple $100s for a normal pump. This is honestly triggering me at this point.
I think if anyone should use it, it should be him first. We'll test it out on him before, you know, anything.
The editing on that was so gold. The mom's like, yeah, I do not trust that dummy to make this well at all, and I don't think it's gonna work. But I mean, if he does, I want him to try it before her. And you know what? Sure enough, he did. He later tries it with her, and it actually does have suction, so turns out he did make it work after all. I still don't know how effective it's gonna be, but I'm surprised to say the least. Good job, buddy. Ultimately, I'm happy that they are together and having this child. You know, it seems like they're gonna be pretty good parents, but I mean, it just really irks me that they're kind of putting it in danger at times with how they do things, especially with the mom being pregnant and still still dumpster diving for meds for the kid. Like, that situation needs to stop right now, please, all right? I feel like that's really not safe and pretty foolish to be doing when you're trying to raise a healthy child. And I do find it pretty funny that they're just trying to build everything for the kid. Like, eventually their whole house is going to be full of stuff for this kid. They'll be even making toys out of junkyard parts in the future, I guarantee it. Let me know what you guys thought of these two down in the comments below. I'd love to know if you share my thoughts on this, or am I just overreacting? Feel free to let me know, honestly, down in the comments. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video, and until then, peace out.